Hello, and today we're taking a look at the Sony ZV-E1. This is one of Sony's full-frame cameras that has been designed specifically for a certain audience, I guess. So today we're going to take a look at the body, and we're going to have a look at some of the menus inside, just to see what we get out of the ZV-E1. So starting from the front, we can see here that we have a very minimal design, not many buttons at all. Just a single release here for the lens where we can see our full frame sensor. Looking to the side here, we have some door compartments. A nice little switch here. There, that's really revealing a card slot there. It looks like it's a multi-functional card slot, as you can see. It has some abilities for not only SD cards, but also for compact flash by the looks of it. Nope, I believe it's just an SD card. It seems wider than the average slot there. So let's close that door, opening up our section here, and now we have our microphone slot and our USB-C. Closing that one now. The doors close quite nicely actually, the positive push to them. Opening the bottom door here reveals that we have a micro HDMI and what looks like a headphone jack socket there. You'll notice a hinge here. But what you won't notice at the back is a viewfinder. There's no EVF in this camera at all, because this camera is a little bit pushed towards video making over photography, I think. So if we take this fully articulated screen around, let's see how that looks right now. Really nice. And then we have our assortments of buttons here. All the usual stuff that we kind of used to hear with Sony. Let me just pop this screen away for a moment and turn this around. What you will notice now is the hot shoe is located in a different location. It's off to the left slightly. I should say smart shoe now, because everything's progressed when it comes to these. What that will do is kind of, if you are using it for video, force you to get in a cage for this to make sure that everything's lined up in the middle if you are using a top handle that uses the shoe mount. The reason why it's off to the left is because we have a really nice microphone array system here with multiple microphones embedded in there, which of course takes up some space, which means they have to move this off to the left. Taking a look at the top here, we also have some buttons. We have a select here for a mode select for photo, video, and SNQ, which is slow motion. We also have a quite large record button there, so you can't ever miss it. We've got our shutter button there, we've got our on-off switch, we've got our rocker left and right to zoom in and zoom out, and then we have some more custom buttons here to the top, as well as scroll wheel for our dials. Pretty simple. Alright, let's take a look into the menu of this Sony. Okay, there's quite a bit on the screen I have there. Let's dive into the menu system and just see how this looks. So starting from the top, I'm just going to silently scroll through just so you get an idea of what's going on. Alright, now let's switch over into video mode and see if the menus change up a little bit for us then. So moving up into video mode, gonna hit the menus again. I suppose here is where the true effect will be, if there is any. And there we are. It's kind of a quick overview of what's going on the ZV-1, how the menus look, how the body looks, and how nice it is. It's a really small camera, fits in your hand really nice. It feels like a smaller APS-C size sensor camera, but we've got that full sensor inside. I do believe it's a 12 megapixel sensor, so if you are taking photography and stills and stuff like that, it'd be great for social media, but the true usage of this camera may be lying in its video functions. So there we have it, the Sony ZV-E1.